Just look at the April 10 issue of the Washington Post. It was a report on the April 9 massive demonstrations, some of the largest demonstrations since '58 that went on. Shia demonstrations, right. But quote after quote, this is the Washington Post. This is the Washington Post. Quote after quote through the whole article. I've got the thing, and of course it's sitting very securely in my hotel room. I should have had it here. Quote after quote saying, we want you out. We don't want you here. Leave us alone. We'll settle our own affairs. I mean, those are paraphrases. In fact, I do have the article right here. Let me just... No, no to the Americans, the crowd shouted. Yes, yes to Islam. Great. When will they be able to secure the country to bring us electricity, water, health services, and schools? 2 years of occupation and things are worse. One banner reads, leave our land, we want to govern ourselves by ourselves. Another banner reads, force the occupiers out of our country. Yes for Islam, yes for Iraq. No to the occupation, no to terrorism. If you really want to oppose fundamentalism, if you really want to pursue noble causes, I think one of the things we might do is listen to the people we're supposedly trying to save. God protects us sometimes from those who would come and save us, you know. That's it. I won't even use the rest of it.
Would you accept a rebuttal to that?
Of course.
Well, this demonstration is organized by...
In fact, I'll give you one of my minutes there.
For one thing, it's my hometown newspaper. I'm not particularly impressed by the quotes in it, but they're all correct. And as you could tell, even as you read them out, these are the slogans of Muqtada Sadr's organization. Mr. Sadr's organization won, I think, 2 seats in the assembly.
No, it's Sistani.
No, this is not Sistani. It was Mr. Muqtada Sadr's demonstration. If you have the poster, it'll say so. Perhaps you should have told them that. You can tell that from the slogans anyway. Mr. Sistani does not demand the withdrawal of American forces from Iran. Mr. Sadr, who does, has a small group of supporters in the parliament.
Okay, you're absolutely right. It's El Sadr.
Well, Mr. Sadr, I'm sorry to say, is also wanted for the murder of a very senior Shia Imam al-Qawi, who shot down and knifed outside his place of worship in Najaf.
What does that got to do with 10,000 people?
He's a thug.
Telling you to get the hell out of our country?
I'm sorry to say that his supporters may have a higher opinion of him than, say, I do. But perhaps your opinion of him is even higher than theirs. I can't vouch for that.
1 minute.
What I can do is tell you this. The day after that demonstration, I met with Muwafaq al-Rubai, who was a political prisoner and a torture victim a couple of years ago, who's now the National Security Advisor for Iraq, and he described to me the meetings that they'd had at his office. He said, we invited Muqtada Sadr's members of parliament to my office, we invited the Iraqi police force, we invited some representatives of the coalition to make sure that Muqtada Sadr's demonstration against our government and against the occupation would go off peacefully with thousands of people at it in the middle of Baghdad. He said this was one of the proudest moments of his life. Mr. Muqtada Sadr never said a word when Saddam Hussein was in power. He hadn't found his courage quite then. He's found his courage now, and he can have a demonstration, and he can vote, and he can publish a newspaper, just like everyone else in Iraq. But you couldn't do that under the previous regime, and you wouldn't be able to do it under his regime either.
Time.
Don't fool yourselves about these people, okay? Don't fool yourselves.